What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Workit here, coming to you with another League of Legends commentary. Now, in this gameplay, I will be playing as Graves, as you can see here on your screen. In the bottom lane as AD Karen Long here with Blitz as my support. Now, this Blitz is crazy good, as you'll see in this gameplay. He hits some ridiculous grabs. He's got a god hand. So his here is like face check the Tri-Bush, which was a bad idea, but luckily the god Blitz hits a pull, and I'm able to kill Reddington for first blood. Now, this was worth it in my opinion. Now, usually that threw me off because usually the other team does not get to that Tri-Bush that fast. So I usually just sit in that bush to prevent them from doing that, so that we can get double golems and snowball our lane and get level 2 before them. But they were all there. It was worth it. Even though I burnt my flash, they burnt, I think it was like 2 or 3 flashes with 2 ignites, and we got first blood out of it. So they are now really behind by using that. So right here I ping my Blitz to do golems because that would give us even a bigger lead in our lane, but he says, you know, let's not do it. I'm too good for it. I'm too cool. My god hand will carry us in lane, which honestly it does, as you're about to find out here. All right. So I believe we're versing a Taric Misfortune in this lane, if I can remember correctly. Let's find out here. Oh, I don't know. Alright, so right now I'm just freezing the lane since they're not here. Alright, so here they are. Taric and Misfortune are now here. Right now Blitz is just trying to zone them, which is exactly what he should be doing because he knows we're ahead of the lane right now. Hits a grab on Taric. I used my buckshot, but it was kind of a panic buckshot. I was like, oh my god, I gotta follow up on this. Now, as Blitz, he should be trying to go for Misfortune, because Taric, if he pulls Taric, he can just basically stun me, because Blitz will pull him right to me. So, never pull a Taric, always try to pull your AD carry. So, we do get level 2 here. Great job by Blitz by going in. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to hit the grab on Misfortune, he hits it on Taric instead. But, nonetheless, good job by him. He did burn his Ignite on Misfortune, because he thought I could follow up on it and get the kill. But unfortunately, Taric stunned me, so I wasn't able to follow up. So as you can see, Blitz put down a pink ward. He misses that grab. That was so close. But we were able to push him to the tower by just harassing. So especially as Blitzcrank, what you're gonna want to do is what he just did. You want to pink their bush so that you have control and vision of it, so that they can't see where you are. Not sure why that Taric just put down another ward when he saw Blitz. So that was a big mistake on Taric's part. He went in, face checked the bush. Unfortunately, she still has barrier, so we weren't able to double kill. But so yeah, don't do what that Taric just did ever. Especially if you know that Blitz has the enemy support has a pink in it, and you just got your ward taken out. Don't go in and do it again. I think his idea was to bait it so that Misfortune can get a kill on him, but I'm not too sure what he was thinking there. So, as you can see here, we're about to get a 4-minute turret, which is actually insane. Now, I don't think we should have done this, now that I'm thinking about it. I think we should have kept that turret up and just snowballed our lane even more and got more fed so that we were able to carry the team. But then again, taking that turret did give our team global gold, giving their lanes the lead as well. So yeah, basically you have 2 options when you win a lane like this. You can either keep pushing their turrets and force the other lanes to come to you so that lane pressure is taken out to your teammates, so that your teammates can, you know, push their own lanes, free farm, or push turrets. Or what you can do is you can just push waves in your lane and then roam to other lanes and help them out, get their objectives down as well. Which is the one I would recommend, because it's very tough to handle other people coming into your lane unless the whole side's warded and whatnot. So I'd recommend just roaming to other lanes and helping your teammates push objectives and whatnot. Especially in solo queue, that's the way to go. Global gold is very important. Right, so right now I'm just taking gold to snowball the lane even harder. Just remember, guys, whenever you're on blue side, on golem side, you want to get those golems as much as possible. So right now, as you can see, I picked up my cutlet. I think it's called the cutlet or something like that. It's one of the items that go into the Blade of the Rune King. I am building Blade of the Rune King on Graves right now, and the reason for that is because they do have a tanky team. They have a Renekton. They have, I think the Nidalee's going AD. I'm not too sure. She might be going AP, but if she was going AD, she would be tanky. And they also have a Rammus, and Rammus is really annoying to deal with. So that's why I was getting Blade of the Rune King. Usually I would get either Bloodthirster or Infinity Edge first on him, but you'll see my build is pretty weird in this game. I mean, I think I get Blade of the Rune King and then I get Bloodthirster. Now the reason I don't really build speed right off the bat with him is because his E gives him attack speed, and I think like after champion kills or whatever, he gets more attack speed or something like that. As a passive or something, I don't know. I'm not too sure. I don't want to give you false information, so I'm not going to go too in depth with that. So as you saw there, Blitz hit a grab, and I don't know why he was up so far. I wasn't there to follow up on it, so nothing could have been made of that. But it was good pressure nonetheless. So right now, Blitzcrank sees that Miss Fortune's out of place. Alright, so good job by him. She was trying to bait out his grab, but... Okay, so right here. We're taking lane pressure out of other lanes because Nidalee, as you can see, is being cold Mia. So right now I'm just trying to kite. I use my cutlet, which is passive. It's lifesteal and slows them. So I use my barrier. Right here, I try to... Okay, right there, I completely failed. I could have played that a lot better. I should have flashed towards Rammus instead of flash upwards towards the wall. Because if I would have flashed towards Rammus and then E'd, I would have been able to kill him and possibly get away from Nidalee, but... Oh well. So right now I'm 3-1 with 38 CS. I'm in a really good position right now, regardless of that death.
I got no time for games.
So picked up 3 potions, finished out my Berserker Greaves, and now I'm going to do golems again. So as you see, we were able to drag Nidalee out of her lane, giving Lux the ability to put pressure on her turn and free farm. Now, in that position, she could have potentially followed up on her lane, and we probably could have turned that around for a big plays, but it's alright. Alright, so I didn't take the big golem away from Meatballs there. Little Yordle and Mumu. Gotta love them. Alright, so right now, I'm just looking around the map, looking for opportunities. I see that Dragon's up and that there are 2 people mid, Miss Fortune's farming. And their jungler is nowhere to be found. He is Mia, but it's okay because we have such a lead that we are able to do this. Not to mention our Mumu has double buffs. And he's crying us a river. Okay, so now that I have my ult, some more damage is going to come out of me. Alright, so Blitzer's just looking to make plays at this point. Good pink, but they're definitely always put a pink where he put pink right there. Their blue is usually warded, especially if you have the lane push that hard and a turret down. They're going to try to be free farming, so their support will always have that warded to prevent ganks. Alright, watch this pull by Blitz. Flash pull, the Mad Life of NA, great pull, and I'm able to finish it off with my ult. This Blitz just carries me to victory. See, this is the perfect game where you could see like that supports can carry games. He literally is getting me fed. This game is all him. I give credit where credit is deserved. So right now we're just pushing this turret right now. Since we did just kill Nidalee, we do have numbers and we're ahead of the game, so we can just do this freely. So Teemo pings that Renekton is Mia, which is good because, like I said, right there we're pulling Renekton out of his lane, giving Teemo a free lane to farm. So as you saw right there, Mumu tried to grab Miss Fortune. That would have been an amazing pull if he pulled that off. Alright, so right now, all the pressure is on Lux. Let's see what happens here. So far, Lux is doing a really good job. Lux is a really hard person to chase. She can just shield herself and kite you for days with her E slow and her Q bond. So I recommend not chasing Luxes sometimes, especially in that position when she's that close to a turret. Okay, so you just saw me fail there. I tried to eat through that wall. I'm not 100% sure with his mechanics yet. I'm not really that great with him yet. I'm working on my mechanics. So if you have any tips for me with Graves, let me know how to build him, how to play him, just anything. The reason that I'm showing this game is because, as you can tell, my stats are really well, and I felt I had a couple of good plays in here that you'll see soon that I wanted to show off. Alright, so right now we're just pushing the lane, pushing them as we please here since we're ahead. My farm is pretty good right now. I have 56 CS at 1057, especially considering the fact that we won our lane so fast and took down the turret. So right there, I completely misjudged Nidalee. I thought I'd be able to combo her with my E to W to Q and then my ult, but for some reason it blanked out my mind that she can go to Kuka form and just completely counter me and get away. So yeah, I'm not, as you can see, like I'll have my E trying to go through walls and stuff. Like I'm trying to judge or calculate like how far or which walls I can go through. Like I know I can go through the dragon wall, I know I can go through thin walls, but I don't know if I can go through certain thick walls. That's still something that I'm gonna be learning. But hopefully I'll make more great videos in the future. So as you saw there, don't make that mistake that what my teammates just did. Especially in ranked, this happens all the time. You'll be in such a good lead, you'll be in a good position in the game where you just feel, oh, you know what, we're ahead, we can just roam in their jungle and just do whatever we want, basically. And that's not the case. You can't just roam into the enemy's jungle because they will, no matter how fed you are, a 4-on-1 or a 5-on-2, you just won't win. I mean, unless you're like a Tristana Kha'Zix or something ridiculous, it's just not going to happen. And even then. So that spear almost nailed me. That would have been really bad. So I do have red buff now. And I'm just free farming here. Missed a CS, darn it. So right now, what I should be doing, in my opinion, is I should be pushing bot lane with Blitz right now. And just constantly putting pressure on them. Because right now, what I'm letting them do is I'm letting Miss Fortune free farm and get back in the game. That's the one bad thing about pushing a turret down so fast. Is if you push down a turret really fast, you can potentially just let that lane just free farm because they'll freeze the lane and then constant waves and minions will just come and they'll just get back into the game. Alright, so this Lux just missed every skill shot in her kit, but Blitz of course hits his grab because he is the best. Alright, so right here I do get stunned, I do flash out of turret range and am able to finish Taric off for my killing spree. So 6-1 right now, 73 CS, which is really good. Also, something that's really good, a little trick here that I'm not doing right now, but I think I do eventually, is whenever you want to take a turret down, don't actually hit the turret. Clear the waves behind the turret if you know the lane is free because you just killed them or whatever. This gives you more CS, gives you more farm, puts you ahead in experience, and lets the minions take down the turret. So you're just getting more farm and delaying more time. You're basically snowballing by doing that. Think of it as like a Singed. When Singed farms behind your turret and is just clearing waves with his gas, and you're stuck there doing nothing because your minion waves aren't coming. Just think of it like that. Only with Singed, that's just, you can do it. It's much easier. Okay, so right here, so Lux gets caught. She does hit a really good bind. This is exactly what I mean. See, she can Q, W, E, and you'll just have a really hard time ever getting to her. So Blitz comes in, gets stunned, flashes and grabs. This is like the third time he's flash grabbed and hit it. Guy is just unbelievable. Such a good Blitz. Yep, I type in, I'm like Mad Life. For those who don't know who Mad Life is, he is considered the best support, or one of the best players in the game. He's a Korean, I think he's Korea support for Azubu. And he's known for never missing grabs, like on Thresh or Blitz or any of those guys. Alright, so right now we just killed Dragon. Dragon timer is always 6 minutes, so Dragon's up at 20:55. I always keep timestamps on my chats so I can keep track of buffs. I say this in all my videos for those who are just watching for the first time. The buffs go like this. Dragon is 6 minutes. Buffs in your jungle are 5 minutes, and Baron is 7 minutes. So it's 5, 6, 7. It's pretty simple to remember. So good job by Mumu getting ult on all of them. Right now, I'm just kiting them to come for me because my team's being pressured. So unfortunately, Blitz is taken down, and we're outnumbered here. But Lux hits him with a great ult, and I use my W to try to zone them out. Fortunately, Mumu does get hit by her spear there, Nidalee's spear. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go ahead and lifesteal. I don't want to go back right now because I see that they're pressuring the mid turret, and I don't want to let them take that down. The mid turret is the most important turret in the game, so make sure you try to keep that alive as much as possible, or you do whatever it takes to keep it alive. If I would have went back right there, they probably would have been able to take it. So right now, I pretend I'm going to recall, but I don't, because I see that Nidalee's pushing. Alright, so I saw Nidalee backed out, and I see there's a lot of farm coming down the back on the bottom lane. And then Lux gets hit by a spear and just spams GG in chat. Oh well. So, this is free farm right here. Good way, Gears is very good at wave clearing with his Q and his W. Especially his buckshot. Oh, so let me describe, I didn't really go into description what I level up in lane and whatnot, so I should probably kind of rewind back to that. So laning phase, make sure you always max out your Q. Your Q is the most important thing. Then just put 1 point into your W, because it really doesn't do that much damage. It's just a good way to zone them or blind them. So just put 1 point into W, and then E. So it's max Q, then max E, then just 1 point in W. So W is the last thing you max out. Right, so now I have Blade of the Rune King, and I also have a BF sword. And right now, I have a long sword I'm building into a Vamp Scepter. So right now, my whole team is basically getting caught right now. Never fight without your AD carry, guys. Or you can just have a Lux who ults everything. Oh, so I see Renekton comes in. Goes for... he's just put himself in a really bad position there. He thought his team was still going in. I don't know if that's Renekton's fault. I would say that's his team's fault. Because he probably thought that they were going in on it. Since they had numbers, and unfortunately wasn't. So, good job by Mumu. I basically baited him here for the kill. I pretty much baited him for that. There's no getting around that. Alright, so right now, we're just clearing the way so that we can get this turret down. Alright, so we are able to get it down now. Right now, what I should be building is Infinity Edge. I shouldn't be really building a Bloodthirster when I already have a Blade of the Rune King, because Blade of the Rune King gives you attack speed, lifesteal, and all the good stuff. Oh god. So Renekton flashes, and he's going right for me, but luckily my Blitz is there to help me out. But yeah, I should be building Infinity Edge for sure. Alright, so right now we're just kiting this. Good job by Lux to hit that. So right there, as you saw, I flashed out of Rammus's roly-poly move. I don't know what that's called. I've never played him. So I flash out of it just so I can get Nidalee, pop my barrier, and I am able to get out alive. So I go back and I pick up my Bloodthirster, which is not a good buy. Honestly, when I was playing, I was like, in my head, I was like, why did I just buy that? Basically because I'm so used to buying Bloodthirster and Graves as my first item, or my Infinity Edge, but oh well. So now I have 2 lifesteal items, OP, but I would recommend, if you're going to go Blade of the Rune King like I did, to get Infinity Edge as your second, or Zeal, or something along those lines. Never buy 2 lifesteal items like that. But oh well. YOLO. Alright, so, grab the red buff, have double buffs now. So yeah, when you have double buffs like this, make sure you play safe and secure and don't give it away to the other team. You never want that on the other team, especially if it's an AD carry. Alright, so we're just putting, right now as you can see, we're just so far ahead right now that we just are constantly pressuring their mid turrets and pushing in, and it's working. We have the second tier turret down, and we're trying to look for an opportunity to get that third turret down and push their Nexus. Good bind by Lux. Unfortunately, Taric did have his... Oh my god, I completely forgot he did that. Blitz flash grabs Tarek again. That's his 4th flash grab this game. Everyone send him a friend request and give him his props. He's just amazing. Alright, so I just saw that Rammus burnt his smite on a minion. Make sure you keep those things in mind, because if you're going to go for a Baron or whatnot, let your team know that Rammus just used smite or something like that, because that's important. You can get objectives out of it, like Dragon or Baron. Alright, so I'm just clearing waves here. Letting Teemo take out the turret while I farm. Alright, so when you're taking out turrets as Graves, make sure you press E, because that gives you more attack speed, and it takes down the turret faster. Wow, that was a tongue twister. Alright, so they're just planting wards everywhere so they can have vision on Blitz so they don't get grabbed. Oh, just misses Nidalee. Wow, I'm seeing so many tongue twisters here. So right now they're pinging Baron, but I wouldn't say this is a great opportunity, like a good time to do it, because they are all alive and they have vision on us. So Blitz does say no, and we do acknowledge that. Alright, so here they come. Right there, I should have used my Blade of the Rune King on him to slow him down. Good ult by Amumu, who gets them all. Amumu's ult with Graves' ult is really good because they're all stunned. This is terrible positioning by me. Absolutely terrible. In team fights, AD carries need to have really good positioning. And I trapped myself in the Wraith Pit. So that was really, really bad. What I should have done there in order to win that team fight was I should have Blade of the Rune King Rammus to keep him off Lux so that he was slowed down. And then I should have kited that a lot better. I shouldn't have stuck myself in the Wraith Pit. Because I honestly just made myself stuck. So, good job by Teemo. Gets a triple kill. And that turned out good. But, honestly, the only way to improve is to look at your own play. And see what you did wrong and what you can do to improve. And which is why I really like to commentate my gameplays. Because I get to see what I did and how I can improve on my mistakes. And you guys can improve on your mistakes just by looking at my mistakes. So, lesson 101, never trap yourself in the Wraith Pit in a team fight. Because that's exactly what I did. Okay, so yeah. This Lux is just done for with that home guard Rammus rule. There's no chance. So, I know that Dragon is up. Because I did have a time on it. So, I just go get it. At this point, I can solo it. It's no problem. Now in this game, I was duo queue with Meatballs, the jungler, so I do let him know that I was going for Dragon, so don't think that, like, I just completely abandoned my team. They decided to do this on their own. I communicated with the team letting them know that I was doing that. Okay, so right here, I am able to kill Nidalee. I don't know how Rammus lifted that. He is the best. If my W would have just done a little more damage. As you see, I only have 1 point in it if it would have done a little more. So right here I see that Renekton is going back, so I decide to go ham, and I just flash E, and then just basically take him out with no problem, since I'm so fed. Good job by Blitz, keeping vision on that bush. That's one of the very important bushes to keep warded in the enemy jungle, or even in your jungle as well, because a lot of times you'll see teams just camping in there. Alright, so now that we got people down, we are going to push this turret. So now that I have pretty much everything maxed out except for my ult, I can start putting points into my W. Good bind by Lux. Alright, so right now I'm just kiting with my red buff. Red buff does slow the enemy down. As you can see. Make sure when you're playing AD carry, make sure you learn how to kite like this. This took me a while to learn. It takes some good reaction time. You have to be able to basically run and click the enemy at the same time, so you can turn around, shoot, run, turn around, shoot, run. Especially with red buff, that's a really good job for kiting. Fortunately, I wasn't able to dodge that spear there. I thought I did with my E, but apparently I ran right into it. Good job by Blitz hitting that pull. Unfortunately, you don't want to pull a Rammus who can just taunt your AD carry like he just did to me. I panicked and I pressed my barrier, but luckily I am able to kill Nidalee thanks to my Blitz for eating him up. Alright, he pulled him out of my buckshot. I could have got that kill, but I didn't want to take the Quadra from Lux. So I'm pretty sure that they surrender at this point. I'm 14-2. 34-19. I don't see them coming back from this. So yes, they do surrender. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me pause this here so I can... Thank you guys so much for watching, and please remember to subscribe. Please follow the links in the description below, and if you guys want to play with me, send me a friend request League of War Kid. I am playing on the NA servers. I'll see you guys in the next video.